guys, Spud here, as always. And today we reached a huge milestone for the channel, 70,000 subscribers, and I really couldn't be more excited or thankful to all of you guys out there. However, while I'm super happy about hitting such a milestone with all of you, I know that the title of this video is definitely a downer, but it's unfortunately how I've been feeling lately. I haven't uploaded any videos for about 3 weeks now, and I've been seriously contemplating quitting YouTube due to a number of factors. These past few weeks have been a bit demoralizing for me personally when it comes to creating YouTube videos due to a series of failures that are outside of and within my own control, and have become kind of a microcosm of why I've been thinking about quitting for quite a while now. We had a big Sunday mission failure in which the mission was basically a complete slideshow and jittery desynced mess, which can obviously happen, but I took it pretty hard this time, with all of the hard work that goes into setting up these missions and organizing the 40 to 50 pilots, Rios, Wizzos, gunners, and controllers. And I always feel pretty terrible for wasting all of their time. I also had a hardware failure, in which the throttle that I use for 90% of the modules I fly in videos for you guys completely failed, and I had to order a new one, and which obviously takes time to arrive and set up for use in a video. And I'm sure you guys are thinking, oh Spud, boohoo, you had to order a new throttle. But it's just kind of another one of those compounding factors on how I've kind of been feeling lately about the channel. And of course, this occurred over the time span encompassing not just the 4th of July holiday, but also the largest and most consequential DCS World update in a very, very long time. During this period of issues and failures, coupled with the demands on my time for the holiday, my flying schedule for work, and at the same time this huge DCS update, I felt a little paralyzed. What do I cover on the channel? What new feature do I look at first? And what do I say about this or that? And all with this nagging feeling in my subconscious that no matter what I say when talking about something new to DCS, I'm still going to get comments telling me that I'm an idiot and saying that I don't know what I'm talking about. And then another flood of PMs on Discord threatening me or my employment, or using horrible language to insult me, and sliding deeper into literally being afraid of certain segments of the community who continually threaten me. And all of this coupled with the fact that YouTube is getting harder, and being a YouTube is getting harder, as the algorithm is now tuned to turn YouTube into TikTok 2.0, and is extremely biased against topics such as firearms, history, and violence, in which DCS gets caught up in and treated differently from other video games because DCS footage has been used as propaganda by some entities and mistaken for the real thing by the idiots at places like CNN and Fox News. If you compare the statistics of DCS trailers, announcements, and release videos prior to the start of the war in Ukraine, and now, you'll see a definite difference, even as the player base of DCS World continually expands. All of this has kind of led me to the point of thinking, why am I doing this anymore? What's the point of putting in all of this massive effort? Especially as the ratio of my YouTube-related income to the rest of my income gets smaller and smaller and smaller as my career takes off and gets up to cruising altitude, while also feeling a little bit guilty inside because this small bit of YouTube income really helped me get to where I am today career-wise. Making YouTube videos for an extremely niche vertical like DCS means that with all of this massive effort put in, I make far less than minimum wage when it comes to YouTube, and while I love DCS World and can't get enough of it, does that make up for the lost opportunity cost? Time spent with my dog as she ages, time spent with my family and friends, or doing some real-life fun flying outside of work, or time spent at the gym? So with all of this spinning around in my head all at once when I sit down to finally make a video, I find myself so tensed up, so anxiety-filled, so tugged in every direction in my life, with my mind screaming comments from the haters, and feeling like I should be outside with my dog or spending time with the family or out flying real aerobatics, that I find myself completely tongue-tied, completely unable to make the words come out and be myself, because I'm trying so hard to make the perfect video that will please the haters, the algorithm, and of course myself, and end up spending even more time doing take after take trying to chase that impossibly perfect video, and in the process making myself feel even worse about being a YouTuber, making YouTube videos, and kind of DCS World itself. And then knowing when I upload the final product, if I can even get there that day, is just futile, because the YouTube algorithm is set to push 30-second dance videos and makeup tutorials, and thrives on quantity, not quality. And that's why you tend to see YouTubers posting what are obviously pretty low effort videos, followed by the high effort ones maybe a few hours or a few days later, in an effort to prime that algorithm pump. I always have people asking me for advice about starting or growing their YouTube channel, particularly younger DCS World fans, and it is noted that I of course am pretty young myself and started the channel when I was a teenager. And I always tell them the most important thing is to ensure you're doing this because you're passionate about your subject, and you aren't doing it for the money, because you may never see a single penny come out of it. While I'm thinking about quitting YouTube and letting the channel go, I definitely don't want to. I started this channel because I love DCS World and was incredibly passionate about aviation, and specifically military aviation history. These days, I live and breathe aviation every single day, and the bit of income that has come from the channel has been absolutely awesome and at times life-changing. But the channel has always been an extension of me, and maybe that's why I take things too personally and why I'm so thin-skinned when it comes to certain aspects. It's my goal going forward to get back to that old feeling of just having fun making videos that I like about topics that interest me. That's why you may have noticed that I haven't made any OH-58D Kiowa videos. I didn't want to go through that stress of trying to rush out videos at release of a helicopter that I really had zero interest in, and in the process get yelled at by internet trolls for flipping switches in an order slightly different to the way they do it. And something that's kind of funny, in a very ironic way, is that DCS World YouTubers are becoming victims of Eagle Dynamics and DCS World's own success, and it's becoming harder to be a DCS-specific YouTuber. As more and more aircraft are released for DCS, the community is fragmenting into smaller sub-communities devoted to people's favorite aircraft. As a result, uploading a tutorial for a particular aircraft will get fewer views than a few years ago, when everyone was relegated to flying the A-10C and FA-18C. But I really wouldn't have it any other way, and it's completely worth it to have aircraft like the magnificent F-14 and F-4E from Heapler for us to all enjoy. This is just a really interesting phenomenon that is starting to appear, and accounts for the shift towards more general videos that apply to all aircraft across the board in the DCS YouTube space. Eagle Dynamics is in the best financial and sales shape it has ever been in, and DCS World is really in an amazing place and just keeps getting better and better. But you'd never know it if you looked at the community thanks to the Razbam situation and certain people who made it their job to peddle negativity in the community and make it harder for people to enjoy their chosen hobby. Which, side note, I think I threaded the needle absolutely perfectly in my video lamenting the death of the F-15E, one of my very favorite jets, when half the comments were supporting Razbam and the other half were supporting ED. All that being said though, this past weekend has really restored my faith in DCS and the community after finally having a successful Sunday mission in the Spud Spikes Discord server. It was an absolute blast and a huge weight off my shoulders to finally have fun in a mission with no server and no DCS issues, with a number of community members that I would call some of my best friends at this point, flying a gaggle of F4E Phantom 2s over the Hindu Kush. So in the end, I don't really want to go anywhere, and the goal now is just to have fun, and maybe make it to 100,000 subscribers. But it has definitely been cathartic and invigorating to make this video and get some things off my shoulders. I can't thank the guys of the Digital Controllers group and the members of my community who participated in the mission this past Sunday. You guys really pulled me out of an inverted flat spin that I didn't think I was going to recover from. You guys all definitely rock. So I guess I'll end it with one of my favorite movie quotes from one of my very favorite Tom Hanks movies. It's supposed to be hard. If it wasn't hard, everyone would do it. The hard is what makes it great. And I think this applies well to DCS, real aviation, YouTube, and of course baseball, where the quote comes from. Thanks for listening to me, guys. I hope all of you guys have a great rest of your summer, and thank you for all of your support. There are a number of awesome projects coming down the pipeline that I think you guys are really gonna love, and I'm glad that I haven't decided to pull the trigger and get rid of YouTube. So fly safe out there, guys, and enjoy this beautiful game. We'll see you in the next one.